You didn't used to feel this way. You used to feel more excitement, more joy, but now it all feels flat. You go through the motions. You smile when you're supposed to, nod along during conversations, respond with, "I'm fine," when asked how you're doing, but inside there's just nothing. Not sadness, not happiness, just a quiet, heavy fog, like you're watching your life from behind glass, unable to touch anything real. And maybe you told yourself you're just tired, or burnt out, or too busy to care, but there's no time to dwell on feelings. But deep down, you miss feeling like you. You miss the highs, you even miss the lows, because then at least you felt alive. If you feel emotionally numb, even when your life looks fine on the outside, this video is for you. My goal is to help high-achieving professionals relieve their stress, anxiety, overthinking, and burnout using practical strategies and techniques from our M3 method so they can enjoy their success without sacrificing their well-being. Emotional numbness is one of the most misunderstood symptoms of stress and anxiety. Most people assume anxiety means racing thoughts and panic, that it's all hyperactivity and spiraling. But for many high achievers, especially STEM professionals who live in their heads, anxiety shows up as absence. It dulls your emotional range. It makes your joy feel out of reach. It turns even powerful moments into neutral blur. It shuts down your connection to others, friends, family, and even yourself. It robs you of joy, presence, and even pain. It's not that you're avoiding your emotions, your system has made them feel unsafe. You become so good at functioning that no one notices anything is wrong. You show up, deliver results, keep up the conversations, but none of it touches you. Inside, you feel disconnected from everything that matters, and you don't know how to explain it without sounding dramatic. In today's video, we're going to unpack why anxiety and stress create emotional numbness by hijacking your survival system, how perfectionism and high-functioning habits slowly make the disconnection worse, why traditional advice like just feel your feelings doesn't work when your body is on lockdown, and 7 real strategies to bring you back to life without forcing yourself to fake it. Because you don't need to feel everything at once. You just need to feel something again. And trust yourself that it's safe to feel more. If you're a high-achieving professional that's struggling with stress, anxiety, and overthinking, I created a free gift just for you. My Stress-Free Success Guide gives you 5 simple science-backed strategies to calm your mind, reduce your stress, and regain control of your emotions so you can focus on what truly matters. These are practical, fast-acting techniques that fit seamlessly into your life and help you stay productive without suffering from mental and emotional roadblocks. Click the link in the description to grab your copy and start taking control of your mental and emotional health today. When you live in emotional numbness, you lose more than just your feelings. You lose connection with your significant other, with your friends, with your purpose. You're physically present, but not emotionally available. You listen, but you're not touched by what you hear. You move, but you don't feel moved. You stop reaching out. You stop engaging. You stop hoping, because everything feels like too much effort for too little reward. You stop laughing like you used to, crying like you used to. You stop looking forward to things. Even milestones start to feel like obligations. You miss the little sparks that used to make life feel alive. At work, you may be productive, but uninspired. Creative energy dries up. You can complete tasks, but not connect to them. At home, you find yourself zoning out, irritability rising, and then guilt flooding in. You want to feel more, but you can't access the part of you that used to care. And the hardest part is you start to wonder if this is just who you are now. That maybe you've just grown out of feelings. That maybe the old version of you, the one who cared deeply, was naive. And that fear that you might never feel fully alive again is what hurts the most. Because feeling numb isn't peace, it's emotional silence. And it wears you down. One of my most recent clients, for the sake of the video we'll call him Kevin, used to be feeling like this. On paper, he was thriving. Good income, great job, stable relationship. But he told me, I don't really feel anything anymore. He didn't have some insane story of trauma. He hadn't experienced one massive breakdown. He just slowly disconnected from himself while trying to keep up with a life that never stopped demanding more. When we unpacked his habits, we found that his nervous system was always in a state of alert, always anticipating problems, always strategizing. And to survive that long term, his body numbed out the feelings it didn't have capacity to process. He didn't realize his perfectionism was rooted in fear, or that his high standards were a way of controlling the chaos he didn't feel safe processing emotionally. We worked on rewiring safety, reclaiming small emotional moments, and unlearning the belief that emotion equals weakness. He learned to feel again without judgment. And slowly, the lights started coming back on. Now, it didn't happen overnight, but over time, he stopped feeling like a machine and started reconnecting with his full humanity. Most advice about emotional numbness honestly just misses the mark. You'll hear, you need to open up, feel your feelings, journal about it. And while those things can help, I'm not going to say they don't, they often don't move the needle when your nervous system is in protection mode. Because that numbness isn't a lack of desire to feel. It's your brain's way of protecting you when it doesn't feel safe enough to feel. When emotions become too much to process, whether from years of anxiety, high pressure, or emotional shutdown, your system shuts them down to keep functioning. And the longer you've been in high functioning survival mode, the more normal that numbness feels. The more distant your emotions feel, the more safe your body thinks it is. Trying to force emotions through talk, journaling, or reflection alone often backfires. You end up feeling broken because nothing's coming out. But the problem isn't your feelings. The problem is your body hasn't learned how to hold those feelings yet. And until you show your system that it's safe to feel safe again, numbness will remain your default setting. And emotional healing will still feel out of reach. That's why the key isn't forcing feeling, it's building safety. And without that, the door will stay locked. Now I'm going to go through the 7 key shifts to start feeling again. Number 1, reconnect with sensation before emotion. Start with your body, not with your thoughts, not with your journal, not deep introspection. Feel your feet on the ground, run warm water over your hands, wrap up in a blanket, smell something strong, listen to music that stirs something. Emotion starts with sensation, so reignite your senses before demanding your heart to open. The body often leads before the heart can follow. Number 2, create micro moments of meaning. You don't need a huge breakthrough. You need one spark. Watch a movie that used to move you. Read a sentence that makes you pause. Step outside and feel the air. Smell your coffee slowly. Light a candle with intention. Invite in small moments that help you feel even a flicker. That's what starts the path back. Number 3, build nervous system safety. Your system doesn't feel safe enough to feel, yet. Use grounding tools like deep belly breathing, humming, stretching, or rocking. Walk slowly with focus. Sit still and breathe for 30 seconds. Teach your body that calm is not a threat, that feelings won't destroy you, that safety can exist in stillness. The calmer your system, the clearer your emotions. Number 4, reduce the emotional bandwidth drain. Check your inputs. Overconsumption numbs you further. That includes news, social media, podcasts, and emotional labor. Cut back on doom scrolling, multitasking, and overstimulation. Create space in your day where your brain can breathe. Feeling returns when your system has bandwidth, and too much noise prevents any emotion from breaking through. Number 5, ditch the pressure to feel big. You don't have to cry your eyes out or scream into a pillow. Don't chase drama, chase signals. Start by noticing the edges of feeling, a flicker of frustration, a hint of curiosity, a wave of peace. Trace them, sit with them. The more you notice those early signals, the more capacity you build for deeper feeling later. Number 6, drop into the moment instead of analyzing it. Numbness thrives in overthinking. You're often trying to understand why you don't feel instead of experiencing when you do. To reconnect, you have to experience, not analyze. So if you're at dinner, taste the food. If you're walking, notice your pace. If you're hugging someone, feel their warmth. Let yourself inhabit the moment instead of judging it. Being present gives emotion a chance to surface. Number 7, let feeling be a practice, not a performance. You don't need to prove that you have emotions. You don't need to feel the right way. You just need to welcome them. Create rituals for reflection. Make room for slowness. Sit on the couch with no agenda. Breathe. Check in with your body without expectation. You don't recover feeling through force. You do it through gentle, repeated permission. Over time, that opens the door again. Feeling numb doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean you've lost your capacity to care. It means your system did what it had to do to survive. But you don't have to stay that way. You don't have to stay disconnected. You can rebuild your capacity to feel. You can come back to yourself. You can experience the full range of your life again without overwhelm and without fear. If you enjoyed this video, click like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.